Welcome to the Dean's Den. My name is Garey Fox and I'm the Dean of the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences at NC State University. We are so excited that our inaugural episode of the Dean's Den includes our new Chancellor, Chancellor Kevin Howell. This summer, I had the amazing opportunity to embark on a journey called Expedition Extension, where we visited all 102 of our extension offices, our 100 county offices, our office with the Eastern Band of the Cherokee, and our extension group at the Plants for Human Health Institute in Kannapolis at the North Carolina Research Campus. And in fact, we had our chancellor at several of these visits. And today we're just going to chat about some of the things that we learned and the power and the strength of NC State Extension. Let's talk a little bit about why we wanted to go visit the extension offices.
But I wanted to do that because I wanted everyone on campus to know how critical and how important it is that we support Extension, we as a university, not just the College of Agricultural and Life Science, but the entire university. Our people are passionate about what they do. They're there for the communities. The impact that they have on each county is extraordinary. The work they were doing was critical to not only their communities and their counties, but to the state of North Carolina.
A circle of solutions, right? Where our agents are identifying the problems, connecting the landowners, connecting the growers with extension specialists that are here on campus. If they don't have the answer, they're doing the research, and that information then is flowing back to the counties and to the landowners and to our producers. That reinforcement for me was really, really important. And then the fact that it's not just on livestock and crops, it's on 4-H youth development, right? And we're bringing the best science on education into youth development programs, family and consumer sciences, it's nutrition and health. I mean, those things are so important for what the state of North Carolina is going to look like moving forward. But, you know, thoughts on what was reinforced or what you learned?
When you're on a farm, time is money. And by the time the extension offices get involved and they're talking to our researchers here on campus, they're able to get a solution to that farmer. And so the farmer picks up and continues to do what he does or what she does best. Right. But I cannot underestimate just the people that are involved in extension, how much they care. You hit the nail on the head about being a part of NC State University.
That's right. That's right. So. Yeah, and that's one of the things that we're trying to build as part of the vision of our college is that it doesn't matter whether you're in extension or research or academic programs or you're in philanthropy or communications, you're all part of one College of Ag and Life Sciences. You're part of one NC State University. It doesn't matter whether you work on campus or you work off campus, you're part of the heart of NC State, and you're so critical to what we do.
People often hear me talk about NC State being the people's university.
Right.
The reason I say that is no other university in the state of North Carolina can go from coast to the mountains to the north, south, east, and west and touch the people of North Carolina like we are. They're a part of us. Those are all our people that do an amazing job and just how compassionate. And if we sit and think about it, how do we want our food? You know, the many conversations you had with people and when we discuss these issues, why are we paying so much attention to our farms? Because as more and more people come to our state, we have to find ways to better feed our people, not only in our state, but in our nation.
Absolutely.
No farms, no food.
We talked about 1,300 experts, that are involved in extension, 28,000 programs every year, $2.1 billion in economic impact. I think the number is for $1 that's invested in extension, it's a 27 to 1 return. You know, I think you're right, in incredible experiences. You know, I think one of the things that I took away from the trip, I knew those programs and I knew those facts and numbers, but was really, first, the passion of our employees. They are passionate about what they do. They're passionate about, they're educators, and they want to help people. And that's what we really do at NC State, in any academic institution. When you can combine those passions with resources that NC State has.
I often think about the history of land-grant universities. And being able to witness that firsthand. The history was the first research that was ever done, it came through extension. You know, when you think about it, these communities wouldn't be served, our farmers wouldn't be helped, their businesses wouldn't be as strong, and you from blueberries. I've heard blueberry farmers talk
That's right.
about it often, that if I didn't have this researcher from NC State, if I didn't have this person, and you can name it,
That's right.
they
Across the board.
they know the work that the faculty, the researchers doing, and just how we all work together for that one
Right.
mission.
One of the things that we were interested in is, and we asked about was, what does the next 3 to 5 years look like? There's so many challenges right now. We talked about, no farms, no food. We can also talk about the fact that, national security is food security.
That's right.
And so when you think about the challenges that we have in North Carolina, we're losing farmland, we've got labor issues. What do you see for the future of extension and the importance of extension, maybe even growing as we move forward?
I think we've got to double down, and I think we've got to be true to our mission first. But I think we have to do even more for those offices across our state.
Right.
For many people, it's the first impression they have of NC State University.
That's right.
Right in their backyard, right
That's
there
right.
working and all.
One of the things I learned on our visit is that we're not very good judges. Right? So we ended up walking into
I
one
thought
of
we
our
were pretty good.
well, one of our county extension offices had us judge youth
Oh,
that
man.
had done a nice farm to fork, and they had put together some things for us to try. And
Well, Dean, it was all good.
We had 3 teams, and I think we had a tie.
We had a tie. But the food, all that means is, look, when you see young people preparing food at that age, and the right food, the food that's going to provide nutrition
That's
for
right.
them,
That's right.
and they all were winners. They presented the food to
That's
us.
right. That's right.
I
That's right.
couldn't, all of it was good to me and all. I couldn't do it. All of it was good. But, that's what these camps, that's what
That's
4-H,
right. That's
that's
right.
what NC State agriculture really is.
Yeah,
It's
and
not one thing.
That's right.
It's the totality of what happens because of the work that we do in Raleigh.
How do you see this experience really impacting the way that we move forward as leaders?
I think it only adds to it. When you talk to the people of our great state, you really have a sense of who we are as North Carolinians. You made a great hire with Dr. Monks. I believe he's starting
looking
out.
forward to Dr. Monks' leadership. I think he's going to do a fantastic job. He's very well connected with our commodity groups. He's very well connected with our farmers and growers across the state. He's worked on the research side, he's worked on the extension side, and he brings that just really great ability to take complex innovations and complex technology and make sure that they get them into the hands of our growers and producers. So in the middle of our visits, we kind of had to take a pause, and then we went and visited an extension event. And I can't tell you the energy and they felt so supported, right? That they had the opportunity to visit with not only the dean, but the Chancellor of NC State, and we can't thank you enough for what you're doing, not only for NC State and NC Extension and North Carolina Cooperative Extension, but for agriculture and life sciences in the state of North Carolina. It's an important industry, and we're gonna make sure we grow that industry.
Well, thank you, Dean, and thank you for your excellent leadership. And I remember at Convocation, you had an opportunity to tell your story.
That's right.
And I never will forget that, because one of my mottos has been higher education matters.
That's right.
And I think everything that you and I are talking about today is the value and why it matters not only to you and to me, but all the citizens of our great state of North Carolina.